Broncos. No two programs have rocked the establishment more than these two, and it's built a rivalry between them that's been nasty at times. It's had its fair share of cheap shots and ruined seasons, all in the quest for the milk can. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Boise State's offense will be first on the attack. It was the Bulldogs who chewed up the men in blue the last time they saw each other.
I mean, the Bulldogs went frying pan to the head of a proud Boise program and really asserted themselves. And then this is a rivalry. These teams that play each other pretty consistently that usually have a lot of meaning on the line, Palmer.
And Boise State was asking so many questions after they got beat down the way they did. Really, you don't have to look much further than Fresno and just how they dominated that game in all 3 phases.
Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Fresno State's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Touchdown, Fresno State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that were so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
He's got it. Turning it on. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Swings it out to the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. The Broncos with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up. Looking to fire. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown Broncos. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. There have been mini-series, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to... Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2. The Bulldogs with myriad after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Dumps it off to the flats. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So first down here as they go back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Harris.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Under fire. Inside the 30. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
There's the pressure. Breaks into the open. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And how about that play by the free safety? You sort of got the feeling somebody's band was going to be playing after that one. Big gamble by the defense.
Yeah, and great job timing it up and catching them off guard, bringing the blitz. It is. You say that because I get it. It's high risk, high reward. That time, high reward, getting the sack.
With the catch, it's Williams. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort. Every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
He's loose. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they... First and goal.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Motion from the wideout. Slams ahead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1 yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Barges ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. In all likelihood, this drive will be decided right here. Fourth and goal. Sneaks it into the end zone.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
28, Boise State, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back. And as an added bonus, they get the first down. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. He's looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Guys, they first played in 1977. They've had their battles in the WAC, the Mountain West, and here they are again today.
Yeah, they've changed conferences, and it's kind of an interesting rivalry, Palmer, because they don't play every year. So, but it's been kind of neutral the last 10 matchups, so good little rivalry, still budding, still
turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Quickly complete. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And all week, the Broncos and Bulldogs tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that old milk can.
And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Fresno State takes over the offense. Will go back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Extending the play. On the run, fires downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hill.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. He makes the catch. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. They want to throw it. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He throws one to the left. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Well, the defense there did an awesome job forcing the lefty run to the left, and as a result, they got him off schedule. They got him out of his rhythm. Just wasn't on the same page with his intended target. The defense comes away with a massive turnover.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He'll keep it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Across the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll ride his man on the option. Got the 1st down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the option. The pitch. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Melton. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Second down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the sack. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put two.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Broncos will hustle to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Broncos had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Rushes on him. To the end zone, and is picked off.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
They send the tight end in motion. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me.
There he goes. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference, defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything is...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back. Turning it on! Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Looking down the middle. Got his man to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. So the Bulldogs get the win over the Broncos, and you know Fresno State is going to relish this victory for every single second until they clash again. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.